I just saw your message in time. Usually, if I don't say hi, it means I don't have the chat up yet. So you're early. Hello, I just got done working out. I'm tired. So I worked, came home, ate, had tuna and pizza. Hi, Dad. And then I worked out. I'm tired, but it's too early to go to bed. So I'm like, I want to do some Minesweeper. So we're going to do some Minesweeper. I didn't do a stream earlier this weekend because of reasons. Is this going to delete my live stream? Okay, good. I think that's fine. We're still live, right? YouTube just did something really, really, really weird. I'm trying to figure this out. I think I'm fine. How many boxes is that? I'm not entirely sure. Let me pull up the tab. It's 40 bombs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 by 16, I'd imagine. Yeah, 16 by 16. Let's pull up the dandy calculator. 16 by 16. 256. So 40 divided by 256 is 15% of them are bombs. Great, now I have to math. No, great, you're going to bed. Good night. Go to bed, watch this later. You'll have time later at work. I'm just doing this and then going to bed, so. But yeah. Learning jujitsu. Learnings coming in clutch with the beating me to my own chat. It's kind of nuts. All right, I'm going to begin very shortly. I want to give a couple people a chance to tune in here. Make sure I have everything set on my end for what I need as a streamer. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. All right. How much you want to bet that the very first one's going to be a bomb? Because we have no information to go off of. Should we go top left corner? I hate this. Any one of these is a bomb. Woo! Well then. Fuck. Damn it. All right. Hey, look at that. Wow. All right. Let's give this a good old try. So one has to be here. The corners, we could just do the corners real quick. This one is in the corner. Okay, let's just do the corners super quick because that's pretty obvious. Okay, easy. And so then that has to be free. This has to be free. This has to be free. That has to be free. This has to be free. Going a little quicker this time. Are you going to play Rocket League this weekend, hopefully? I was supposed to stream it last weekend, but I had plans and I didn't end up streaming. But yeah, I really want to do viewer stuff. I still can't play. It's probably going to be a few more months before I can actually play. My wrist is getting better. It's just, it's not healed yet. So. So yeah, not today. That has to be a bomb. Okay. Faster progress than prior, which is good. That has to be a bomb. Which means that's safe. This is safe. This is safe. This is safe, and this is safe. That's a bomb. This is safe. That's safe. There you go. That's a bomb. That's a bomb. This is safe. That's a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. That's a bomb. That's safe. Interesting. This one is only to this, so that's safe. Wow. That's a bomb. Dude, we're making progress. Progress. All right, so then the number 2 here means this has to be a bomb. And this? Is there any actual way to deduce this? Okay, we got the 1 here, that's accounted for, that's accounted for. The 2 here, that's accounted for. The 2 is, there's not, it's not accounted. Well, this has to be a bomb because of the corner. So that's these 2 accounted for, that's free. Well, there's 2 here, that has to be a bomb. 1 satisfied, 2 satisfied, 2 satisfied, 2 satisfied, 2 satisfied. The 3 is not. This 3 is not. 1, the 2, yes. Okay, so... And there's going to be nothing over here that's going to help us, so... We have to just use deductive reasoning here. So we might have to save this towards the end when we know there's a limited amount of bombs. Because the thing I'm thinking of is there has to be a bomb within here. Oh, it can't be here. Is that true? Hold on. If it's here, that 3 satisfied. Yeah, it could be here. And then that 3 is satisfied. I really kind of don't think I can touch this. Oh, wait. I can. The 2 here. What's in the range of the 2? It's always the 2. This square is adjacent to the 2, so it can't be there. 4. Okay. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just one of these is not a bomb. Guys, even if we're down to the end and saying, oh, there's only 3 more bombs left, I don't think I can deduce this. Yes, I can. This has to be a bomb. These are the 3. It's the only other adjacent one that has to be a bomb. Okay. And this 3 has this 2, and it has to be one of these 2. But that confirms I think that's a bomb then. Because in order for this 3 to be satisfied, one of these has to be a bomb. If one of these has to be a bomb, such as here, for example, then this can't be a bomb because the 3 would be violated. It could be like this. One of these has to be free, so that has to be a bomb. Is there any other deductions I can make? The 3 and the 4. Yeah, it just means one of these is open, one of them is not. Yeah. Oh, but having 1 bomb left isn't going to help us. 1 satisfied, 2 satisfied, 3 is satisfied. 2 satisfied, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4. It's only based off of the 4. 1, 2, 3. There is no information, I believe, that is giving me any indication of what or which That's a 50-50. I'm almost positive that's a 50-50. And if it is, I'd rather try clearing it now. Because I wouldn't want to save it. If it's a true 50-50, if I save it till last, then I could have just wasted my time. Wow. Okay. The fuck it paid off. The fuck it paid off. Yeah. Yeah, that was... I'm almost positive that was a... Because this doesn't have any adjacent touching there. Neither does this. The only adjacents that touch here has to be in this column, which is only the 4 and the 3, which is a 50-50 toss, yeah. You chose wisely, bro. I just clicked. Oh, that was crazy. Okay. Doesn't it have to be here? Okay, this one is for the corner. Oh, and if this one is there, then that has to be free. And if this one is for that, this has to be, yeah. Okay. And then if that one, this 2 satisfied, that 2 satisfied, that one is satisfied. Ooh, there could be something there, but this 2 is satisfied, so that's free. Again, this 2 satisfied, so that's free and that's free. This 2 satisfied. So this has to be free. 3. The only other adjacent one is this, which means this is free. The only other adjacent one is this, it's the corner. It's always the corner. This is free because that one's taken by there. Same by there, that's free. Interesting. We're getting somewhere. This one's taken by that, this is free. Corner. Not accounted for, not accounted for, not accounted for. Not accounted for. This 2. It's taking those 2, so this is free. It's taking those 2, that's free. It's taking that one, that's free. It's taking that one, that's free. This is also free. This one is taking this flat, that one. So this is free. Same thing. I could have deduced that there as well. Then we got a 2, and the only adjacent one to that is this. And if that 1 is there, that means that's free. 2 there, so there's 1 here or here. Interesting. Interesante. There's more to deduce here. The 2 is taken up by those 2, so that's free. This 2 is by that, this is free. The only other adjacent's this one, and that one is there, so that has to be free. Alright, did I miss anything over here? No, this is all cleared out. I can't believe I won the 50-50. I'm pretty sure that was a 50-50. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see if there's anything more I can deduce here. This 2, all that means is that these are cleared by these 2s. That 1 means it's here. This 3, this 2, something there. Oh, the only other adjacent's here. That's free. This 2 is taken up here. This is free. This 2 is there. This 2. It's either one of these. Oh, this 2. The only other adjacent one is here. It has to be it, and that has to be the 1. That has to be the 1, so these are free. This Okay, this helps a lot, actually. So then the 2 here, the only adjacent is this one, which means this is free. That's free. Boom. Look at that. That's a 50-50. Fuck. Oh. Is it? It is not, because of this 2. Oh, the 3 is satisfied, by the way. Okay. This 2. The only other adjacents is this one. This is free? Yeah, good. Okay. That has to be a bomb. The only other adjacent to this number 2 is this one. That has to be a bomb. And the 3. 1, 2, 3. That has to be a bomb. This 1 is referring to this. This is free. Got 5 bombs left unaccounted for. All right, we're getting close. Let's see if we can beat this before the timer hits the end. Oh, the 1. Which means this is free. Wow. Wow. Oh. Now that we cleared these 2 away, we know that this number 3 down here, the only adjacents is this. That accounts for those 3. So that 3 is satisfied now. 4 bombs left. Oh. It's these. Because of this number 3, the only adjacent blocks are literally these 3. So in order to meet the number 3, these have to be it, which means this is safe because the 4 is satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Those are the 2. This is free. That's free. And so are these. Ooh. 2 bombs left. Yikes. Okay. This number 2 is taking up these 2, which means this is adjacent and it's free. Yep, that's taken up by that. That's the 3. That's free. There's a 2 here, which means it has to be this one. Which means it has to be this one. This one's free. Yeah. We did it. Look at that. Wow. I actually beat the timer this time. And we had a 50-50. Crazy. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I'm going to take a screenshot of this as well. Name it Minesweeper number 2. Congratulations. Thank you. Yay. Going to bed now. Good night. I love how the first one took like an hour and this one took like under 10 minutes or whatever this counts to. Well, I kind of wanted to at least stream till 7, so I'll keep going. Oh, I know something perfect to do. Text. We'll do total. Let's get rid of snap so I can fine tune these. Okay, cool. Also, I think it's worth noting. Oh, nope. Let's get a new window here, please. Thank you. Let's just click on something and see if it... Okay. Just need to see something real quick. All right. Gosh, come on. Ooh, okay. We got progress here now. That one is there. That one is there. This is fine. This two, the only adjacent is there, which means that one's accounted for. That's accounted for. This has to be a bomb. This has to be a bomb. That one is for there. This has to be a bomb. That's free. That's free. That's free. This is free. Interesting. This is free. That's free. These are, yeah. Okay. That's free. This is free. Okay. That's a bomb. That's free. Free, free. Free, free. Bomb. Okay. Pause just for a moment. Okay, that's all taken care of. This three, the only adjacents are these. That's two. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, like those tricks like that. If there's like a three on a flat, then you know they have to be. You get the point. I kind of want to beat the time here. That's free. It's not. That's the two accounted for. That's wow. Okay. This has to be a bomb. Does it have to be those two? No, it doesn't. It could be like that, technically. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so I can't deduce anything from that. There's a 2 here, which means one of these is a bomb. The 2 here means one of these is a bomb. Hmm. 2 here means this one has to be a bomb. The 2 here means the same thing. Pretty sure? Yep, the only 2 adjacents is, yeah, it's that one. So then those 2 is accounted for. That's the one that's accounted for. This, oop, those are free. There's 2 here. The only adjacent is this. That one's accounted for. That's free. That's free. There's a 1 here, so that's a bomb. That's the 3, so that's safe. 5. That's safe. This has to be a bomb. This has to be a bomb. That's safe. This is safe. All of these. Yeah. Wow. That's a bomb. This is a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. The 3 here. Wow, the progress is fast. That's amazing. That has to be a bomb. This is safe. This is safe. That's safe. This has to be a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. That has to be a bomb. That's safe. This has to be a bomb. This has to be a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. Okay. This has to be a bomb. 2 satisfied. The 1 satisfied. That's safe. Oh, the 2 is satisfied. This is safe. The 3 has to be satisfied. That's safe. That's safe. This has to be a bomb. Oh, darn. This is confusing. Oh, this has to be a bomb. I gotta focus on this. This is an isolated area. I have to focus on it. I could try deducing it last and determine if the bomb has to be located in one of these 2. Okay, yeah, because you have the number 3. So it has to be in one of these. If it's here, then this 4 is satisfied by there. See, but the thing is, there's no information about this square. That would be if I have 1 remaining bomb left and it tells me it has to be one of these 3 and then it can't be there. Then I can click it. So I have to move on. Holy voice crack. 3. That has to be a bomb. The only 3 here is that has to be a bomb. Let's see if anything's violated. 1, 2, 3. For that 3. 1, 2, 3. For that 3. For this 3. 1, 2, 3. That 1. That 1. That's safe. Those 3. This is safe. 1, 2, 3. That's safe. 1, 2, 3. That's safe, and this is safe. 1, 2, 3. The 2 here has to be a bomb. 1, 2, 3. The 2 here can't deduce. One of these is it. 2. Oh, the 3. This is safe. Which means the only adjacent is that one, the 2. This is safe. This has to be a bomb. And to satisfy the 3 here, this has to be a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. That's safe. This is safe. Okay, this entire section, upper left quadrant's done. Upper right quadrant is completely done. Bottom left quadrant's completely done. I'm here at the bottom. 2 bombs left. This is kind of what I was... Wait, I think I played this correctly. So if the 4 means there has to be a bomb here or here. Okay, there's 2 bombs left. So if I do this... It could be there and it doesn't violate anything. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, so the 4 satisfied, the 3 satisfied, the 1 is everything there is satisfied, which basically means the other bomb cannot be here or here. But if it's like this, that's satisfied. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see if I'm being dumb. Let's just start here. Okay. The 2 satisfied. The 1 is satisfied by this. These are free, therefore. 3 satisfied there. The 2 satisfied here. The 2 satisfied there. The 1 satisfied there. 1 is satisfied here. The 2 is these 2, this 1. 2 is for there. This 2 is for these two. I can't deduce anything further from that. This 4, all it tells me is that this one's free. This 1. All it tells me that's just 1 either here or here. If it's here, then it cannot be here. And it cannot be here because that would violate the 3 and the 4, which means the last bomb has to be there. But if it's here, then it cannot be here, and it has to be here, and it cannot be those two. It's a 50-50. It's either these two or these two. And I don't think I can deduce which. Everything else is solved. The time is ticking. I want to get a PB on this. The 3, yeah, the adjacent to the 3 is these two. Adjacent to a 4 is these two. And the issue is it could share this one. If it doesn't share this one, then it has to be these two. If it does share, then it has to be these two. Fuck it. Damn it! It was a 50-50. I had to choose. Unless maybe this... No, that 1 I don't think would have given me much more information. Because it could be either or. Well, we lost. My phone decided to bug out. Okay, what's this? This is wins. So let's rename this. Rename. Wins. This is kabooms. Rename. Kabooms. 2. And this is best time. All right, time to try again. That was super fun, though. Man, there's got to be a way around these 50-50s. That's a bomb. 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 I can't tell about those yet. I can't. Okay. This has to be a bomb. That's the 1 referring to that. Ooh. That has to be a bomb. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Interessante. That has to be a bomb. Has to be. It has to be. Has to be a boom. Ugh. I don't like these situations. That's free. That's not. That's free. That's not. That's free. That's free. That's not. That's free. Has to be a bomb. Has to be a bomb. That's free. Has to be a bomb. Interesting. This is very, very interesting. These have to be bombs. That's free. Has to be a bomb. Free. 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 Has to be a bomb. Free. 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 Is this really a 50-50? Let's continue further. That has to be a bomb. That's safe. Damn it. The 2, the only adjacents here, which means that's free. This 2 means that's a bomb. Has to be a bomb. Okay. This area is accounted for. Has to be a bomb. Let's do the corners. Has to be a bomb. Has to be a bomb. The 2 here, that's safe. The 2 there, that's safe. 2 there, that's safe. This must be a bomb. That's free. Ooh. This is the 3, and that's safe. That's safe. Corner has to be a bomb. That's the 2. The 3 is not satisfied. That means that has to be a bomb. Which means this 4 is satisfied. Wait a minute. This 4 is not satisfied. This has to be a bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4 for that 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 for that 4. Hey, Dias. We got 2 kabooms. How many wins? 2 wins, 2 kabooms. Yeah, this is fun. That's safe. The 3, remember that rule of a straight line, which means that has to be a bomb. The 4, 1, 2, these have to be bombs, I believe. I'm rushing through this and not really double checking a lot, but let's double check right now real quick. The 1 and 1 is satisfied. The 2, 2 satisfied. 2 satisfied. 3 is satisfied. 4 satisfied. 4 satisfied because we did that already. 3 satisfied. 3 is satisfied, so that's open. That's open. This 4 is satisfied. This 3 is satisfied. That 1 satisfied. That 3 is not satisfied. Has to be here. That 2 accounts for these. This is free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. Bomb. Free. Has to be a bomb. Correct. I'm satisfied. Oh, because I'm in your life. We all know it. E. That's accounted for. That's accounted for. Ooh. I don't like. See, fuck. I knew this would be a bad situation. That's safe. Okay, that's good actually. The 3 means that has to be a bomb. That's also those 3. That's that 2. That's safe. That's a 1. So these are safe. This one means that has to be a bomb, and that's safe, and we win. 344, baby. Look at fucking that. So wins, we got 3. And time is 344. Crazy. Craziness. I really did not expect that. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. Kaboom. Okay. All right, I want a screenshot of this one as well. This is Minesweeper number 3. Go next. Ooh, has to be a bomb, has to be a bomb. Oh, dude, we're getting the rhythms, we're getting the patterns down. Oh, that's safe. Ooh. It's a bomb. Has to be a bomb. I can't tell. It's either that one or it could be split like this. Yeah, not conclusive. One, that's safe. Nothing is conclusive there. Woo. Okay. Has to be a bomb. Corner has to be a bomb. The two satisfied, one satisfied. That has to be a bomb. That's the one, so that's fine. Ooh, one. It's only that one, so these are fine. That has to be a bomb because of the corner, which means that's satisfied. Which means these are satisfied. Yep, that has to be a bomb. Oh, there's a 3. These have to be bombs. That 2's accounted for. That's free. That 1 is accounted for. That's fine. Oh gosh. The 3. This is tricky. I need more information down here. Okay, this has to be a bomb, which means that's safe. That's safe. This 2 is fine, so that's safe. This 2 is satisfied, which means these are all safe. This 2, the only other adjacent is here, so it has to be a bomb. That's the one accounted for there. Which means these are all free. The 2 here, the only adjacent is here. So that 2 is accounted for, which means this is free. It's impossible for both of these to be bombs, so one of these has to be a bomb. And that would satisfy the 2, the 2. Yeah, can't proceed here. There's a 3 here, the 2 here. The 1 that's accounted for. All right, well, there's some I could do here. I know that's a bomb. That's safe. That's safe. These are all safe. Yeah, that's a bomb. The 3. Remember the 3 rule with the straight line. Pretty easy. That 2 is satisfied. This 2 is satisfied. That's free. That's not free? Oh, the 1. I'm dumb. I was just too careless and quick. That's all. Wait. Oh, this is wrong. That's why I did it wrong. Oh, yeah. I was just too quick. I want to sharpen my quickness skills. Obviously. Okay. Yeah, so the 3, yeah, was satisfied by this. 3 was satisfied by that. 3 was satisfied by that, which means the 2 is fine. So that's open. I should have picked that one. Okay, next. Take... Oh, wait, I kaboomed. Let's up the kaboom counter. 3. We kaboomited. This will probably be my last one. Okay. Yeah, I want to sharpen the speedrunning skills, but at the same time, I want to actually win as well. That must be a bomb. That has to be a bomb. The 2 satisfied. The 2 is satisfied. Corner. Corner. Okay. Try going back to here. The only adjacent's here. 2 is satisfied, 2 is satisfied, which means that has to be free. Yeah, because that would make that a 3, so that has to be open. It's 2, the only other adjacent's here. And the 3, again, we know. Stopping by to reset mental. This might make you mental. All right, have a good night. Good day. Yeah, morning. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping in and see ya. Okay, so the 2, the only adjacent is here. Oh, the 1. Let's open. Ooh. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying. We'll see. Having fun. I won my first ever Minesweeper game. That's really kind of all I care about. Now I'm just having fun. So I appreciate it. I don't think there's really anything I could deduce here. 2 satisfies that. The 4 can't account for it. Can't account for that. Oh, the 1. I can account for that and these as well. That has to be a bomb. That 2 satisfied. The 2 still satisfied. That's a 1, which means these are open. Okay, that's a bomb for sure. That's open. This is also a... Whoa, okay. That's a bomb. That has to be a bomb. This is free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. Must be a bomb. The 2 are accounted for. The 2 here must be this. That's free. Yeah. Okay. Progress. That's free. Ooh. I was not hoping for that. However, the 2 being here means the only other adjacent to this one. The same thing here. The 2 being here means the only other adjacent is here. Those have to be bombs, which means this is free. This must be free. Otherwise, I would turn that into a 3. Which at this point, yeah, this has to be a bomb. This has to be because of the 2. The only other split is here. Which means this has to be a bomb because of the 4. In order for it to be satisfied, it has to go there. The 1, this is fine. That's fine. That's fine. And then this 4. 1, 2, 3. It's one of these. 2. Oh, I don't have... Oh, is it a 50 again? It could be any of these. Be any of these 2. Any of these 2. I don't think I have enough info. Again. All right, before we move on to this and stuff, let's voice crack. Let's see if we're missing anything here and see if this is actually a true 50-50. I don't think I'm going to PB, but that's okay. Yep, all those 2s are satisfied. The 1 is satisfied. Yeah. The 4 is satisfied. Oh, yeah, there's something to deduce here. Okay, this 2, it takes these. This 2 takes these 2, which means this has to be free. Okay. Which means this 4, the only adjacent ones are these 4. For this 4, the only adjacent ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. This one as well, but that's taken. That's accounted for. Okay. Did it. All right, so now there's 2 here, only adjacents here. That's the 3. That's safe. This is safe. That's not. That's safe. That's safe. These are safe. Must be a bomb. Oh, there's a 2 here, which means these 2 have to be bombs. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4. Three is accounted for. 3 is accounted for. 3 is accounted for. 2 is accounted for. 4 is accounted for. The 2 is the 1. Yep. The 2 here, but it's 2 here. The only other adjacent's here. Not enough info to proceed? Hmm. Greystones, 2, yep. 2 has these two. 3 has this plus, it's missing 1. This 4 is missing just 1. Oh. If this 4 is missing 1, that means it would be this. So it would be like if I did this one, and this one would have to be free. And if I did this one would have to be free. Can that tell me anything about this box because of the 2? So if I went here, that has to be free, which means that has to be a bomb. Then if I go here, so in both scenarios, this is a bomb. Let's confirm that. The 4, if it goes here, the 2, in order to be satisfied without violating the 4, which is already accounted for here, the bomb would have to be here. And then if I go here instead, the 4 is accounted for, which means this has to be open. Therefore, to account for this 2, has to be a bomb. So we can deduce that that is indeed a bomb. And if true, then this number 2 here is accounted for. That's free. That's free. And then if... And therefore, this 2, in order to be accounted for, has to mean that's a bomb. That's free. 1, 2, 3 is accounted for. That's safe. That has to be a bomb. 1, 2, 3 is accounted for. Verifying my 3s right now. 1, 2, 3 is accounted for. 1, 2, 3 is accounted for. So therefore, this is accounted for, which means these 2 are open. Wow. Okay. I don't like this. This is really sketch. Yeah, see, it doesn't help at this point. That 2 is accounted for by these. This 2 is accounted for by these. This 2 is accounted for by these. This 2 is hanging. That 2 is hanging. It's accounted for by those. That's accounted for by those. This 2 is hanging. That 2 is hanging. That 1's hanging. This 4 is hanging. That 2's hanging. Yeah. Okay, so if there's a 1, there's that. Oh, yeah, okay, maybe this can give a clue. 2 bombs left. If this number 1 says between these, there can only be 1 bomb. We might possibly be able to do... It still might be a 50-50, but we might be able to deduce a safe area? So there must... Okay, what this is telling us is there must be a bomb in here because of that number 1. There actually must be a bomb in here. So if true, it could be here. It could be here, which forces the bomb there. Anything we could do here, that 4, I think, gets in the way a little. Maybe there's... I don't know. I'm just thinking aloud. See, if the bomb is here, that doesn't it doesn't help us out with the 1. Oh, it would. It would simply tell us that the bomb can't be here or here. See, and if it's here, then that clarifies all this. Do I just click a spot? No, I don't want to be impatient. Oh. We've deduced it. There's only 2 bombs left. That's the key. So if there's 4, means there has to be a bomb in one of these 2. Or, for example, like that is fine, or this is fine. The 4, yes, means there has to be a bomb in one of these 2. And I'm thinking it has to be here. Because there's a number 2 over here that needs a bomb in one of these 3. Which means this is safe. The bomb is there. This 2 means it's here. I was right. We won. Ooh, look at that. Take a screenshot. Minesweeper number 4. I don't know why that took me ages to type out, but cool. Alrighty. That was actually quite enjoyable. I enjoyed my time on that. And at 7:30, I gotta go to bed. Okay. Cool. This was neat. Ugh. This was neat. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. All right. Well, thank you everyone for stopping in and liking the stream, hanging out, chilling out for the short stream that this was. I'll catch you guys probably, if not during the week, for another Minesweeper session. I'm gonna try this Saturday. Like, I'm really gonna try this Saturday to do a Rocket League viewer tourney. So, I've been missing Rocket League. Good night, people. Ta-ta. Be well. Peace.